What's up, folks? How's it going? This is Waj. Hope you guys are all doing well. So for the past week, I've been at CES 2019. This is my first CES ever, so it's pretty exciting and definitely overwhelming. There's definitely some interesting products that came out this year. Nothing mind-blowing, but I want to share some of the things that kind of stuck out to me. The first thing I want to talk about is Zotac. Now, they're really famous for these miniature PCs that they've been building for many generations, and obviously they have excellent GPUs and all sorts of different hardware. But what's new for 2019 is their Mech Mini. It's a platform that's going to be roughly measuring about 10 by 5 inches, super tiny. It's going to be pretty well equipped with an 8700K processor and an RTX 2070. It's going to have killer AC Wi-Fi. So it's definitely going to be a powerful little system. They're experimenting with a couple of different color options, and hopefully the release date will be somewhere around Q1 or mid-2019. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we're going to get this into our office and do some testing on it. Now, next I want to talk about the Thermaltake Level 20. This case actually won a Innovation Design Award for CES 2019. It's super large, very impressive looking, and Thermaltake is really known for these kind of ridiculously large, over-the-top builds, and this is no exception to that rule. You have a 3-chamber design, so you have a separate compartment for your motherboard, CPU, graphics card, then a compartment for your PSU, and then another separate compartment for a large radiator or storage drives. In addition to that chassis, Thermaltake also introduced the Level 20 GT, which is a more sensible scaled down version of the Level 20, and probably my favorite case of the show so far has to be the A500 and S500 cases from Thermaltake. Very clean looking design. The A500 is an all aluminum external design, looks very clean, minimalistic, has 4mm glass side panels, and this is going to be a great platform for anybody that wants a understated, really clean looking PC, and then perhaps wants to experiment with some water cooling. There's plenty of room and expansions available on this platform, and the price point for both the A and S500 should be fairly competitive as well. Now, moving forward, Gigabyte announced their AORUS 27-inch tactical gaming monitor. Now, this is kind of different from every other gaming monitor out there in a couple of different ways. Firstly, you have a custom overlay configuration, so you can put in certain overlays on top of the game that you're playing, even if the game doesn't allow it. You can also overlay information about your frame rate, GPU and CPU temps, and the panel itself is a 10-bit panel rated at 144 Hz, and it's a Quad HD resolution. What makes this monitor truly unique is the aim stabilization mode, which essentially adds or subtracts certain frames from the game in order to minimize the recoil effect that you get from certain guns, giving you the ability to shoot more accurately and to reload faster and to start shooting again. That could give some players some huge competitive advantage, and there's no way to really detect whether somebody's using this mode since all these features that we're talking about is built into the monitor itself. There's no command specific to the operating system or the CPU, GPU, anything like that. It's a completely separate entity. So in a lot of circumstances, this is definitely going to be banned from competitive gaming environments. But if you're online, this could be the cheater monitor to get. Now, next I want to talk about a product that actually came out earlier 2019, but didn't really get a lot of attention, but it's made a lot of headwind this year at CES, and that's the Semtex Smart Desk. This is basically an all-in-one desk platform that has a triple 24-inch touchscreen monitor display, has a Leap motion controller integrated for touchless gestures, also has a phone and document scanner built into the desk. The desk itself is a sit-stand motorized configuration, has an integrated keyboard, trackpad, and even built-in Qi wireless for charging your phone. Now, the PC is actually mounted underneath the desk itself, so when you're using Wi-Fi, essentially you only have one cable that goes into the power, and that's it, making this desk look very clean, very seamless, and fairly minimalistic. Now the PC configuration itself, for the top range model, you're looking at an 8700K processor and a GTX 1060, and at $5,300, that's definitely not a tremendous level of value, but keep in mind that they're kind of aiming for a more corporate demographic that want a one turnkey solution, and that's why for that same price, there's actually going to be an installer that will come into your workspace and assemble the desk and show you how to use it and everything like that. So it's definitely not aimed for most of your average consumers, more for the corporate environment. Expensive, but pretty nonetheless. Now moving forward in terms of TVs, which is basically a big highlight when you enter in the main convention center itself, because people like to look at big, large, pretty displays. And 8K TVs are all over the place. You turn one corner, you turn the next, somebody's going to want to sell you an OLED 8K display. And really there's no innovation there, but what's really cool, Samsung introduced their MicroLED technology, which is basically a modular TV design. They're going to start with a 75-inch version of that, but essentially the goal here is to make a TV that's any aspect ratio, any resolution, and any size. So basically you have these 8x8 LED modules that have local dimming capabilities using more traditional LED-based technology. Now the manufacturing and the scalability of this is quite expensive and kind of tricky at this stage of the game, but essentially this could be definitely some interesting future propositions for people wanting to finally make their wall a TV. And the whole key thing that makes this very compelling is that it is a seamless integration between these blocks or 8x8 modular micro LED panels. You don't see any seams, and it looks completely like a giant TV on your wall. We saw a big demonstration of it with a 200+ inch wall TV display, and hopefully down the road this will become affordable, feasible, and something that everyone could eventually use, and something that's very intriguing for me specifically. So definitely watch what's going to happen with micro LED TV technology in the future. Now lastly, let's talk about GPUs. We saw a lot of RTX 2060s from both Zotac and Gigabyte. They're actually going to come out on the 15th of January, so we're going to have a review for the 2060 very, very soon. And just yesterday, AMD announced their brand new Radeon 7, which is basically going to be their RTX 2080 competitor. It's a 7-nanometer architecture. Has about 3840 stream processors, 16 gigabytes of memory, and about 1 terabyte a second memory bandwidth. The launch date is around February the 7th, I believe, so we'll hopefully have a review of that card very, very soon as well. So definitely some exciting stuff nonetheless. In terms of real innovation, any standout products that came out this year, just like everything else these days, everything is incremental upgrades. Definitely love to hear your thoughts. Let me know if you found anything interesting on CES this year, and if you did, love to hear your thoughts. In the meantime, give us a thumbs up. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for your support. Without you, I certainly wouldn't be here right now. And we'll see you real soon. Take care.